Speaking of demon nests, deep within the mine, Dwan Ya stands beneath a jagged rock overhang. Above her, a massive dark monster clings to the ceiling. It is a giant insectoid creature, its head clustered with multiple red eyes, identical to the aberration from the residential district. Perhaps the demon mentioned by the man who was speaking to Yun. Su Chen warns her of the danger above her. Dwan Ya remains perfectly still, her expression calm and serene. At the absolute last microsecond, she steps back, dodging the monster's attack. As she moves, a cold blue mist begins to swirl violently around her body. Su Chen looks at her, a little surprised. "Is this the ability you got after absorbing the frost python's crystal core?" he asks. Since absorbing the frost python's crystal core, Dwan Ya has been waiting for a moment to test her limits. She doesn't just dodge, she puts on armor formed by the condensation of frost. This is her new ability, Mystic Ice Armor. Standing before her is the mutated insect living in the mine that strongly resembles the humanoid monster that was killed in the residential neighborhood. Dwan Ya looks back at Su Chen with newfound confidence. She asks him if she can handle this one. At first, Su Chen asked her what she planned to do. Dwan Ya gets straight to the point. She wants to test her Mystic Ice Armor on it. Besides, according to her, something like this isn't worth Su Chen's time. Su Chen sees the change in her. Dwan Ya is no longer someone to be guarded. He steps into the shadows, allowing the ice-clad warrior to face the darkness alone. Dwan Ya stands her ground. To the monster, she is prey. To her, the monster is a training dummy. She goads the creature, welcoming the test of her newly forged strength. The monster lets out a huge roar that echoes throughout the mine, then opens its mouth, filled with teeth as sharp as the spines on its back, and prepares to swallow Dwan Ya. As the jaws close, Dwan Ya snaps her left arm forward. A massive shield of crystalline ice erupts, shimmering with the same ancient energy as the frost python. The monster's teeth slam into the ice, sending out a spray of sparks and frost, but the shield doesn't even crack. While the monster is still locked onto her shield, Dwan Ya extends her right hand. Shards of ice swirl and solidify into a razor-sharp longsword. She transitions perfectly from defense to offense, using the monster's own momentum against it. She steps back, pivoting with grace, and delivers a flurry of high-speed slashes. While Dwan Ya is dominating her battle against the creature living in the mine, Su Chen walks through a literal forest of glowing crystals. With a flick of his wrist, he uses his dimensional space and begins to absorb the crystals around him. As he said, he can't come here for nothing, so he decides to take all the crystals in the mine. They might come in handy later. As Su Chen continued to collect the crystals around him, he witnessed something unexpected. The statue-like miners suddenly began to move. They turn on Su Chen, swinging their pickaxes at him. Su Chen stepped back and dodged the attack, quickly analyzes the situation, and wonders if the fact that the miners suddenly started moving and attacking him had anything to do with him collecting the crystals. But even if that were the case, it wouldn't make any difference. Su Chen closes the distance instantly. He places his palms against the crystal-crusted faces of the two nearest attackers. With a sharp, decisive surge of energy, he slams them into the cavern floor and puts an end to their suffering. But it's not over yet. Several miners rush toward him to attack him. In a blur of motion, all the attackers hurled through the air like ragdolls, their bodies pinned high against the walls and ceiling of the mine. Even though the victory was easy for Su Chen, their behavior remains puzzling nonetheless. They're basically living corpses, yet they can still ambush, as if someone or something were controlling them. Outside the mine, Old Xing and his subordinate are preparing to carry out their plan. To him, Su Chen and his team are going to die anyway, so there's no need to wait. The plan is diabolical, but very simple. Bury Su Chen and his team in the mine by blowing up the entrance, which is also the only exit. Loyalty can be a death sentence. Hearing the distant sounds of combat, the squad rushes toward the danger, unaware that the real threat is right behind them. A deafening explosion rips through the support beams behind the three subordinates. The trap is sprung. The entrance is erased. The squad is caught in the impact zone. The ceiling is crushing them under its weight. Number 3 looks up, his eyes wide with horror, as the exit vanishes behind a wall of falling debris. Following the tremor of the explosion, a massive fissure splits the ceiling. Meanwhile, Dwan Ya has defeated the giant insect. With one foot planted on it, she hears the sound of an explosion, along with debris from the ceiling ceiling falling on her. From the darkness above, a new horror descends. Unlike the previous insect, this creature is fleshy and serpentine, without sharp teeth and an eye deep within the throat. Dwan Ya senses danger, and this time, unlike the previous monster, it's much more powerful. The monster closes its mouth as if it were sucking, letting out slimy bubbles and revealing only its teeth. Instead of biting, it erupts with a high-pressure stream of viscous, translucent liquid. Dwan Ya snaps her mystic ice shield into place, but the fluid doesn't splash off. It clings, bubbling and hardening instantly into jagged, heavy crystals. Dwan Ya wasn't ready. First a viscous, disgusting liquid, and now it's all turning into crystals. Under the heavy weight of the crystals that had formed on her shield, she let it fall. She quickly realizes that if that stuff lands on her, she's done for. But her concern isn't limited to herself. She's worried about Su Chen, who is even deeper inside the mine. She decides to act as bait to lure the monster outside. Dwan runs toward the exit, shouting to lure the monster. The monster, having taken the bait, begins to chase her as she gets closer and closer to the exit. Although her calculations told her she was almost at the exit, she was caught off guard when she saw the state of the exit, because it wasn't an exit anymore. It had become a dead end. While Su Chen was emptying the mine of its crystals, old Xing buried him and his entire team inside. Now Dwan Ya is trapped. Does she turn to face the giant worm in the confined space? What about Su Chen's subordinates? Did they die in the explosion? Find out in the next episode. This is the end of this chapter. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe. Have a nice day.